US and its government have had links to most global issues throughout history. This tradition of exercising their power over other countries has raised several controversies. But they are not very open to sharing their secrets, although they are very intrigued to intervene in the secrets of other states. This game of hide-and-seek with information has resulted in rumors, stories, and conspiracy theories. As presidential controversies top this list, who can beat the mighty Donald Trump? He is a man full of stories, debates, and conspiracy theories. But setting the others aside, we have a special question for you, one that is so puzzling and yet so many points to prove it. Do you know if Donald Trump is a time traveler? Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel, The Hidden Agenda. I am sure we all know Donald Trump. At the same time, some of us like him for his blunt response, while others dislike him for the same reason. Just like other presidents of the USA, he was also linked with a fair share of conspiracies. But today's issue is a bit serious. He is being suspected as a time traveler. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel to get more exciting videos about exploring mysteries. This time-traveling issue of Donald Trump keeps popping up again and again. Here, we tried to describe the time-traveling hoax and its growing popularity. The backstory of Donald Trump's time-traveling theory. The idea of Donald Trump's time travel is connected to several science fiction books. These books were written by Lockwood Ingersoll in the late 1800s. They tell stories about traveling through time. Later, it became a source of inspiration for Donald Trump's time-traveling theory. The first book is called Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump and His Wonderful Dog Bulger. The following are named Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey and The Last President. So, what's the interesting part about these books? More importantly, how are they related to Trump? Well, these books tell stories about a character named Baron Trump and his adventures. This includes traveling through time and exploring underground worlds. Readers say that there are similarities between the book's events and Trump's life. Unbelievable, right? Let us show you some examples. The main character in the novel is named Baron. Coincidentally, ex-President Trump's son has the exact same name. In the stories, Baron explored Russia as part of his journey. These similarities made the controversy worse. There are a few interesting facts about our fictional hero. He was a narcissistic character. He would not let go of a single chance to boast about his brilliant brain. His overconfidence made him do many bizarre things. He even sued his teachers and won the case. Their crime was to owe Baron money for all the things he taught them. At least now you can imagine the main lead of the book. Besides, our hero also greets people just like ex-President Trump. They both offer habitual insulting greetings to people. Their list includes Little Man Lump, Little Man Allhead, Man Tongs, Flip Flop, Sir Pendulum Legs, Stunted Misshapen Thing, and great-great-great-great-grandson of a barbarian. Well, they certainly had their personalized, wealthy vocabulary. What do you think about this? Let us know. Another interesting fact says both have similar food habits. Our hero also likes sticking to his favorite foods, and both characters shy away from new cuisine adventures. But the fictional hero had much more positivity than Trump. He's not picking apart, shaking hands, unlike the real Trump. In The Last President, there's a story about people in New York City not supporting a new candidate in early November. In real life, Donald Trump won the presidential election on November 8, 2016. He also had a large base of haters. I am afraid things just sit perfectly here. The book also mentions that the Fifth Avenue Hotel will be the first to feel the fury of the mob. This is creepy because the Trump Tower is located on Fifth Avenue in New York City. See, things are scary, aren't they? The character's similarity towards Trump made people believe in coincidence. But some people didn't take things as just mere coincidence. These odd materials convinced many that our president was a time traveler. Another buzz was created following a YouTube vlogger's theory. His story had a much more convincing tone than the book. The manipulative facts gained him a lot of followers. He drove his thoughts toward Nikola Tesla. He questioned what if Tesla shared his time travel research with Trump's uncle. For reference, Trump's uncle was an MIT graduate. They might be leading the events of 2016 election and the publication of certain books. Despite overwhelming evidence, it's just nonsense to many people. However, the video has been viewed over 46,000 times. Do you think they did it for commercial gain? Do share your opinion. More evidence was found on Reddit. Here, a user says the villain in the Super Mario Bros. Movie looks like Donald Trump. He wants to take over the world by merging dimensions. The villain, Biff Tannen, had the same belief as the ex-president. What does that imply? Well, it means two things. Firstly, time travel did happen, or it just shows how fickle the world is. You can find evidence for anything on the internet. We know how Donald Trump is. He likes to speak in a vague and ominous way. His negative remark about everything brought tons of criticism. Not surprisingly, he had been accused of predicting the 9/11 attacks and the current tensions with North Korea. Then again, are you a follower of @RealDonaldTrump? If you are, I'm sure you know how he posts. He seemed to have comments for every single decision in the world. Trump's tweets seem to defy the law of physics with opposing sentiments from the past. Do you feel anything strange about this? Well, many people think of him as a time traveler. They felt he was warning us about himself. His predictions. That's not all. Things took a further turn after Brexit happened. During an interview with Time magazine, Donald Trump repeatedly brought up the fact. He reminded us how he predicted Brexit. He mentioned it 11 times while the interviewer did not mention it once. Trump tried to show his ability to predict things by mentioning things like Sweden, Hillary's email thing, Brexit, and more. He claimed that his predicted things had come true. However, he didn't provide any explanation about why or how. It felt like he didn't want to part with his predicted achievement. Like a child, he often bragged about it. He made it like he had a God-gifted ability. Do you agree? Maybe or maybe not. But we can say one thing for sure. Trump got stunned by his own prediction skills. That's why he made sure to create a long-lasting lesson. Such success made him more outspoken, and guess what? He got lots of supporters for this deed. We can't deny his claims were often false. Some people believe these claims were not lies. Instead, it was more like not yet truths. So, what does that mean? This means that the false information he shared was not fake news, but fate news. Can you imagine how ridiculous the idea is? These incidents made him a highly acclaimed prophet. On the other hand, his subjects were waiting to be rewarded or punished as per his prediction. This idea puts his false claims in a different perspective. It suggests that the information was not meant to be deceptive, but instead predicted future events. Trump didn't just stop here. He further made negative comments about Brussels and Sweden. Later, he was heavily criticized for these comments. However, what happened next might baffle you. Shortly after this, there were major attacks in Brussels and a large riot in Sweden. Trump claimed that these events were not coincidences. It was more likely the aftermath of his comments. He believes that he was right about the problems in these countries. He wasn't wrong to think like that, but there are other things. Right-wing politicians like Donald Trump, Geert Wilders, Marine Le Pen, and Nigel Farage have a strong sense of vision for the future. They see a dark and scary future with problems like civil war, terrorism, and overcrowded services. They believe that they will be the ones to solve these problems. While trying to make the future better, they create an unknown panic in public. I mean, who would love to live for a bad time? Politicians like Trump love to predict disasters. When disasters happen, they feel both outraged and satisfied. They love to say, "I told you so." This doesn't matter how bad the event is. So, things are bad when they happen. People have different opinions about Donald Trump and his family. Some believe these claims to be true, while others dismiss them as crazy or unfounded. The validity of these claims cannot be determined unless there is a concrete scientific evidence supporting them. Without such evidence, these ideas are simply theories and remain unproven. So, do you think of him as a time traveler? We would like to hear your thoughts. Let us know by commenting below. With this, we conclude today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.